How are we all doing, guys? Back with a post-match view on the Roma game, and obviously talking about the Spurs game as well. Quite a few things to talk about from last night. Yes, it was only a draw. It was a decent performance. We probably should have won the game, I thought, but again, it just felt like the last 2 or 3 games I wouldn't say we created it. We looked good enough, but we just didn't finish the chances again. Get your views in though. We want your views. Every view is different. Obviously, again, for me, I think the error of their goal is down to one person, but everyone's gonna have opinions on it. But get your comments in, and we'll get straight into it after the intro. Let's go.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So obviously Roma at home, yesterday. And what were people's thoughts? I thought again we played well. I thought we had obviously more possession. We had more possession. They didn't really, to be honest, they didn't do much for me. Roma did not really impress me. Abraham really wasn't anything special. Yes, he had a few skills under his belt, but Abraham really wasn't anything to be impressed with, other than maybe that last chance he had. Imran, I think I saw you yesterday, so I hope you're okay. It was an okay performance. First off, we were crackers as per usual. Just looked to pass with no aggression. I don't like it. Some fans seem to enjoy it, and that's where. And it's hard to say it, but I think that's where Vardy struggles as well as Daka. I think the way we're playing now in the possession style of football, it doesn't suit the attacking players that have got pace. It's with Barnes maybe as well that we're not using that pace to our advantage. We're using the passing around the back so much, and it just never works for us. It just doesn't work, and that's maybe where we're lacking in goals because we're not using our attack in the correct way for me. Hayden, appreciate you coming in. Welcome. Gray, evening Reedy. We missed out on great chances to take the lead. Really good lead into second leg. I guess so, and I've got one picture to show everyone. I don't know if people saw it, but it was a massive chance we should have put away. Um, Joe, I thought it was a good performance. Could have done with a lead. It was all to play for in the second leg. Again, yeah, it is all down to the second leg. Imran says Roma made 3 passes and scored. Again, for me, one person at fault for their goal. Yes, defending was a bit poor, but there was one man that really killed us in that goal. And I'll tell the name a bit later. John Squires, appreciate coming in. Obviously, we know each other personally as well. We played well onto Spurs. Only quickly onto Spurs. The team news we're going to get against Spurs, for me, is going to be very, very weak, and I wouldn't be surprised if we lost against Spurs. I don't want to say it, but the team news against Spurs, I think, really could be a complete 11 switch. I think it could be. Obviously, maybe then Dewsbury Hall, maybe obviously Casper's going to stay in there probably. But going into that Spurs game, I don't think we're going to see many of the same players coming in from last night's match. Andy, I thought Matters was a bit greedy last night. I don't know. I think Dewsbury Hall could have been a bit greedier. The amount of chances he had to shoot, and he just decided to try and pass it and just make them passes through, and it just didn't work. Madison, I think, had about 6 or 7 chances to have on goal. He tried to fake shot a lot of players, and then he just absolutely scarred them. So I don't know. Again, I think I spoke to Phil last night, and he really said that. He said that we did deserve to win, and I think we did, but again, we just didn't put the chances away. Actually, total, I'm not saying that word. I hope we can cope with 70,000 fans. We did with Rennes. I think I can't remember how. And PSV. I don't know how many the fans they had, but we can do it. Roma are no Real Madrid. Nothing to be scared of going to their place. Again, I don't. I think Rennes was the toughest opponent out of the last 3. out of the last 3 games, I don't think Roma are that much of a deal. Squires says we're due a win at Spurs. I think didn't we get it last year? Didn't we win at Spurs last year 2-0? I'm pretty sure we did. Great. Forget the Spurs game. We won that trophy. Exactly. That's why I said I don't think we'll have the sort of team that we had against them last night. And the crossing was terrible last night. Again, I think that's due to one player being in that team. And don't get me wrong, gives 100%. But Albrighton, I don't think he was used right. I don't think he was correctly used yesterday. Every single time he got down the box, you knew what he was going to do. Cross it in, and nothing was there. There's no Ujoa there to put in the box. There's no Slimani to put that ball in the box. What's the point in crossing unless we've got 4 or 5 men all run into that box at one point? For me, anyway. And then Dog is nickname. Callum says, "Hey up, Forest Reedy. Appreciate you coming in. I'm not Forest. Don't worry. Great. Always have fun. The first lesson down. Imminent again last night. Ah! You're the person that you said to last night. I couldn't remember. You said about my name. I was like, who is this person? And I remember. I'm sorry. Appreciate it. And I'm glad to meet you last night. I didn't even know who it was. We did not go last season. I know we didn't go last season, but we won at their place last season. I think we did. Spurs. I think it was a 2-0 win. Andy thought the ref was absolutely shocking. We'll get on with that because there's a few people that want to come in to talk about the ref as well. But he was shocking last night. I'm sorry. That referee just couldn't let anything go unless it was for the Roma team. We will get him in though. Ross, here he is.
Yes, my son's a bit excited because he wants to have a little dance first before. And watch carefully. Look at the top as well. It's my top. Bearing in mind. Let's say hello.
Hello, mate.
Oh, come sit down. All right, come here.
So Ross, we're gonna go straight to the points of the game yesterday, and I want your views on the game. So, firstly, their goal. I'm gonna say the name, Johnny Evans. No, Johnny Evans. He was about 5 to 10 yards off the defensive line yesterday in that goal. What was he doing? Don't get me wrong. I think he's played decent the last few games with Fofana.
Yeah.
But I think last night he was at fault for that goal.
I think he was. I mean, to be honest, it was a good goal. I usually said at the top of the show, they didn't really offer much of a threat apart from that goal. It was a good goal by Pellegrini. And to be honest, in my opinion, he was their best player last night. I thought he were. That Pellegrini, be a good player for us. Stop it. But yeah, to be honest, he didn't offer much of a threat. And the ref, oh my God. Me and Jono last night. Now, if I couldn't believe when the referee was absolutely shocking with a capital S. He was terrible, like absolutely shocking. Like we can in a minute. But yeah, it was absolutely terrible ref, and I hope we don't get him for next Thursday in Rome.
Yeah. Ivan says, showed up. We needed a prolific striker as Vardy's age will now go up. Thing is, again, I said earlier that I think the way we're playing at the moment, passing wise, in the possession game, doesn't work with the strikers like a Vardy or a Daka at the moment because they're just not using their pace to the advantage.
No, I mean, to be honest, like Vardy didn't do much yesterday, not because he didn't put the effort in it, because he didn't get the service. And to be honest, like I think who would you say was our best player last night, in your opinion?
At about the 70th minute mark, I said to my dad, I went, the man of the match for me is Fofana, just because of how he just didn't put a foot wrong.
No,
there was a few players. I think Dewsbury didn't have the best of games compared to obviously his class that he normally is. But then again, I think most people just had the basic games yesterday. Really, it was enough to obviously get the draw. But again, if anyone had a bit more of a class in that game, I think we would have won the game. And I'll show you a picture quickly.
Oh no! Please don't show me the show. Please, because oh no!
What is it?
No, I'm sorry, but that there could have won us the game.
So basically, there, look. But there it was instead of so you think he passed the Barnes, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But instead, he was greedy and tried to score himself. So had he passed the Barnes probably would have scored last night. So yeah, sometimes players can be greedy.
But
So-
I don't know if it's about being greedy. I just think if our head was on a bit more, we probably would have done something like that, and we probably would have won the game. I think Jono says here, swap out the first 11 against Spurs and get Reedy for next week. Roma invented Leicester, but we can go
I
and
think
show them what we have become.
you're that popular. They've changed Ready to Reedy. But no, I agree. I just, our main focus now is the Europa Cup. It's like the year when we defended the Premier League title. We were. Yeah, these are all comments that come up, Charlie. He's got magic powers. Right. Yeah, let's watch. If he clicks his fingers, a comment comes up. Watch. See? There you go.
Oh, I know. It's a cheating mouse. Well.
Yeah. All right. Clever clogs.
You're actually not tricking.
All right.
You're just clicking and doing something.
All right. Go and do your thing. So basically, I think it'll change. It'll make a lot of changes. And the year we got to the Champions League quarterfinals, we focused more on the Champions League because let's be honest, we weren't going up until now. We've not been in Champions League since. So I think with Rodgers, I think he's doing what Shakespeare did, just going all out in the other competition, and not. I'm not saying not caring about the Premier League, but it's more focused on the Europa Conference, even though Brendan didn't know what it was. Let's be honest. And obviously, it's our only chance. Let's be honest, our only chance of getting in Europe this season. I mean,
It is.
It might be. Everyone bashes it at the beginning when we all did. We're like, oh, it's Europa Conference, blah blah blah. But then when we start to realise that we ain't going to get in the top 6, people then realise, oh, hang on a minute. If we win this inaugural Europa Conference, we're getting Europa League, and that might convince some players to stay. Now I know some players aren't going to stay. Tillemans is understandable. But if he goes out and scores the winner in that, if we get to the final and he scores that winner, we'll love him forever, no matter where he goes to.
Yeah.
So one of them things. It's one of them things. It's just
again, like you say, when Rodgers, a few weeks ago when we obviously had Newcastle, we had Everton away. All these games before we played them games, you would have still said we had a chance to get top 7. Because they're the teams that we should be beating. And the 3 games have gone now and we've drew and lost, and I can't remember the last result. But
the thing is that we shouldn't have had to. We can't keep relying on results. That's what we did when we came 5th 2 years in a row. We're relying on other results. You have to do your own business. Yeah, sometimes it's the odd time good doing us a favour. Don't get me wrong, but not every week. Because you look now, Man City, so Liverpool won the League Cup, so the Europa Conference drops down because they've won it, and they will be in the top. They'll be Champions League spots. So I think 6 gets in. I think 7th. I think because Tottenham got it last year, didn't they? Is that right?
The only way 7th wouldn't have been given Europa Conference is if Crystal Palace won the
FA Cup.
Yeah. But obviously they're out now. But
yeah, basically now it's going to be obviously top 4 Champions League. Obviously, 5th is Europa League group stage. Europa League qualifiers is 6th. Europa Conference qualifiers is 7th. So, I mean, yeah, we got to go all out for the Europa Conference. But besides, in the history of this competition, we can say we were the first ever winners if we do get there.
That's what I said as well.
Not many people are going to say that because everyone thought, oh, Tottenham are going to win. It's their Sunday, all these Sunday League teams. But if I remember correctly, they got knocked out. They came 3rd. They got knocked out. They lost to a team that was, made 9 years ago, 10 years ago. He wasn't born then. Yes, that's correct, Charlie. Charlie wasn't born then when this team was made and beat Tottenham. So, anybody would love to be in our position right now. Tottenham, Everton, Villa. They all say, oh, it's a Mickey Mouse Cup, but I bet they won't be saying that if their team gets to the final, would they? No, they wouldn't.
Yep. So, Grace says here, I think this is pretty much exactly what we're doing at the moment. We faff about too much around the back, mix it up, and we ain't good about walking it into the goal. And it is true. Like I said, the passing, don't get me wrong, the passing is good, but only if you're scoring the goals from getting all the possession. But it's not happening.
If you keep passing it back, it's just, honestly, me and John were getting annoyed. I don't know if you've got the reaction of our goal.
I haven't got it. I've seen it. I had to have a look last night when you nearly took your top off trying to do it.
I completely forgot for a second. I completely forgot what was live. I completely forgot. It was insane.
But we will bring in Jack, who looks like he got a half and half scarf.
What? What?
Here he is with his
You
half and
got
half scarf.
half and half scarf.
I didn't buy that yesterday. I brought that in Wednesday when I did my show
Oh, okay. We'll let you off then.
because I couldn't find a Roma scarf, so I had to just bought the half and half one.
But Jack, come on then. Last night game. Obviously we didn't see you after, I don't think. But coming into the game, did you think we deserved to win? We had enough chances. We had 12. I think we had 12 shots, only 4 on target. But what do you reckon?
We were far better than them for sure. Albrighton's at fault for the goal. It all starts from him not picking up Zaleski on that left-hand side. Ricardo then gets beat, losing the track of Pellegrini. There's nowhere to be seen him for Fafana doing a job there. People are going to blame Evans, but it all starts from Albrighton not tracking his man on that left-hand side. Maddison needs to be better at corners. We don't seem to know how to beat the first man. We had about 6 corners in the first 10 minutes. I mean, we didn't seem to know what to do. But then I think we dominated. They had about 2 shots in the first half. One was a goal and then the other one. I don't think Roma offered us much. They got the goal and then they sat on it. But then you're not going to defend throughout the whole 90 minutes. I thought when we got that ball, second half, I think we created a bit more down that wing when Barnes came on and Luckman was on the other side.
I've got to admit, don't get me wrong, I think you both of us said it before the game that Albrighton, don't get me wrong, he gives you 110%, but it just didn't
too
look
slow.
Every people said we get going down that wing, yes, but we didn't do much with that wing because Albrighton always knows to come back or cross it, and there's no one there to hit the ball in the net.
Here's my issue last night. They were playing too much to the right. It was so predictable, literally. So whenever Fafana or anyone that had that ball, you can guarantee it's either going to be Albrighton or Ricardo touching that ball on that right-hand side. It was just like, make a change. Go left, go middle. It was so predictable. It was unreal.
Albrighton should never have started. He leaves Ricardo too open in that right back position. When Albrighton gets forward, he can't get back. Yes, he's missed 100%, Mr. Reliable as they call him. But against PSV and Roma, they've absolutely battered him on that right-hand side. And for them sort of games, I don't think Albrighton's a starter, in my opinion. I think we've got better players in them positions to start ahead of him. I think he's just there for cover.
I think, and as well for me, I think Rodgers is always like, when he picks his team for big games like this, you know he's always in there. It's like the Liverpool game away in the Cup. I think he started that game as well, even though he got absolutely slated in the stats after the game. And I think he's just a safe option for Rodgers to put into the team to know he's going to make sure he gives you what he needs in the game. But again, last night, the moment he came off, within 5 minutes, we scored a goal. Yes, it was an own goal, but we did score from him coming off and putting someone like Barnes on. Yes, again, he was a bit lucky with his run into the box, but I don't think someone like Albrighton would have been in there to do that. Going into the Spurs game then, obviously, I said that I don't think the team is going to be anything like yesterday's team. I think it's going to be a pretty much complete swap over. You'll see Amati coming back in, Sunju coming back in. You'll probably see the likes of Perez start with maybe even Daka and maybe Kelechi. You don't know.
I can see Dewsbury finally getting a rest, and I'll tell you why. Because remember, he got booked last night, and so did Vardy. So if Dewsbury Hall does start, I'll be surprised, but not because he's bad or anything, because of the yellow card situation. But if
should we going to play?
No, yellow card in the game, Charles. And obviously Vardy, I think, end of the day, sometimes when we go into a game where we're going to lose, where we play a weakened side, we end up playing better. Not only better, but sometimes getting a result. Let's not forget a few years ago when we played Man City, everyone was slaughtering Danny Marte at that back, and we beat Man City 5-2. So, all this criticism, so we're gonna have be a weak side.
That's what I mean. It won't be a weak side, but compared to the strongest 11, I think other than maybe Albrighton yesterday, it probably was our starting 11 we want in the Premier League every single week. But the second string team we've got still is good enough to beat Spurs. I know that, but we've got to be on our level to beat Spurs, and I probably won't care losing to Spurs this weekend if it means we win next leg at Roma. But what are people's thoughts on going into Spurs on Sunday?
Tough game.
So.
Kane, Son. I mean, this game, it's not really one that we're going to think of. Roma's going to go and play their starting 11 this Sunday against Bologna, is it, in the Serie A? So Mkhitaryan's injured for them. He'll be out for next week's tie. I think with Roma, they've not really got what Leicester City's got, where we can just change it and focus on the cup. They've got to play their starting 11 because they haven't really got the players to keep rotating. Jose Mourinho said the same last night in his press conference. Spurs, we're going to make changes, aren't we? You're going to see James Justin come in, Luke Thomas come in, Amati, Sionchu. To be honest, Ross, I don't know if you look at it this way. I think we need that centre defensive midfielder against Roma. Someone who's going to battle the arse off. Someone like Hamza Chowdhury. Put him in there in the second leg. Battle them because it'll break them.
Hamza Chowdhury in that side against Roma would be...
Yeah, you'd put everything into that game, wouldn't you?
We need a battler, a fighter. If we had him yesterday in that midfield, Tillemans wouldn't have had to do that job. He could have been more further forward.
I think that's one issue at the moment where Tillemans doesn't play his strongest because... Like last night, I said to him again. He was just losing the ball. He was tripping over a lot last night. I think Ross said that even on the watch along that he just kept falling over Tillemans, and I think him being in that CDM role really sacrifices his true role in that more box to box role. And I think maybe I wouldn't say even if you don't drop him, don't, but make sure you've got that DM role in Chad because that's our only player I think that can play there. Maybe even Sumare that can just hold the ball up in front of the defense, but I know what you mean.
Injured, or has he just not been?
I think he might be. I think he might be injured, but
he's back.
Is he back?
Yeah, he had personal issues. He's back for this weekend.
I think Leicester will surprise us on Sunday. I just think that whatever team is going to put out, everyone's going to be who's starting, blah blah blah. But we'll end up winning like 3-0 or something. We just pull it out the bag. Honestly, if that happens, Jack, you can record this for TikTok on that Sunday. Because you like to record things on there.
All I'm going to put in before you say any more, Ross, is where is the comment? I'm trying to find it. Here we go. It won't be 3-0, mate, because you know who's going to blooming score.
Harry Kane, former Leicester player.
He's going to score, so it'll be 3-1 if anything, Ross.
He's scoring the game when we lost 3-2.
No,
we know he scored the final 2 goals, but
didn't he score he scored the first goal, didn't he? When he beat Vestergaard on the halfway line.
I don't remember if he did or not.
I think he did. I think he did. Yeah, he got absolutely. I remember Vestergaard was doing this, and then
on the halfway line,
Kane just went straight through on him. And he hit the post. I remember now. Yeah, every single goal in that goal was hit the post.
Oh yeah, it hit the post, and
Then he assisted the last one.
But that thing is though. Last time we went to Tottenham away, we won 2-0. That was a very good, yes, there's no fans, blah, but we put in a very, very good performance that day. And I don't see why we can't do it again. And that team was against the Jose Mourinho team because he was still the Tottenham manager at the time.
I think that's. Sorry, just to point again. I think that's the one reason that we could do it again on Thursday because of him. I think Rodgers, for some reason, has sunk over Mourinho on tactics and
not really.
how he can.
But yeah.
Maybe he's giving a bit of a peace offering to make sure he don't care if he loses. But like I say, keep going on then, Ross, about Spurs because I don't know if you're going in.
Don't really not much about Spurs. I mean, I would say, we all go on about their stuff, but this time, if we're winning, wait until the final whistle, then say Tottenham get battered. Because I do remember when I was
singing it. I
could hear it. And next minute, equalised. And then I'm like, I couldn't believe, obviously, no fans could believe what they was watching. It was insane. But let's talk about that.
As you say, the mad thing was, I left my seat at the 90th minute because we always do it. Make sure we get to the bottom of the stairs by the end of the whistle. And by the time I got from nearly the top of the stadium down to the turnstile, there was 2 goals scored.
I don't want that.
That's how bad it was.
I don't want that Tottenham TikTok guy that says "blad" every 5 seconds. Start talking.
You're on about expressions.
I can't remember. I don't know his name. He goes, "Blad."
Expressions.
kid, Charlie. That's why. He says it every 2 seconds. I don't want him because he celebrates a conceding a goal like he's scoring. But I'm going to shoot in a sec. But before I do, though, I would say my prediction. I'm going to. Do you know what? I'm going to stick with my prediction, and then at least I can say I'm sticking to my prediction. 3-0 Leicester. But before I do go, like Charlie's been bugging me for the last 2 minutes, right? Because he wants. Come on, right, Charlie, come here. You want to do? He wants. Like Jack will know what this is, but go on, Charlie, go on.
I bloody know what it is.
Daddy
We all know what it is.
We've all seen Daddy Dog.
Go on, sing it then. Go on. Say maybe.
You're gonna be the one that saves me, and after all, you're my duty hole.
I've got a message on that, but yeah.
Before you go, we need Charlie's prediction as well.
Charlie's got a prediction. Come here. Right. So, just set me out, why don't you?
I'll take you out with me.
No, not taking me out. This is Leicester Fan TV and not beating up TV. Right, anyway, so I've gone with 3-0 Leicester.
Yeah.
What do you think?
2-1.
2-1 to
Leicester.
Good boy.
Good.
There we go. I'd like
Right,
to hear.
Ross.
I was just showing you, this is my 03-04 Leicester City shirt. Back from when Ian Walker days of the Premier League.
Lions of Leicester.
Alliance and Leicester, that's how old it is. 2003-04. So you were just about 3-4 years old, were you? We were reading, and that's my 04-05 shorts.
I would have 6, I think.
You were same age as Charlie now. So, right, so bye then, Charlie. Oh, you're going to adios. All right. Well, he's gone for 2-1 Leicester. I've gone for 3-0.
Adios.
All right, no worries, Ross, and we'll catch you maybe on the watch along for Sunday.
I am working, but I will.
Oh.
I know I'm not on watch along. Unfortunately, I'm not. But see, no one wants to see my celebrations again, do they?
No, we don't want to see your belly again, mate. Right.
Go on then. He's telling to people to shush.
Right, Ross, we'll see you next time, and we'll cheers for coming on. See you in a bit, Charlie.
Charlie, doing the eagle.
And then Jack, appreciate you coming on again tonight. Score prediction Sunday. I know you're going as well.
2-1. Harry Kane. Son's going to score. Who's going to score for Leicester? James Maddison.
He always likes a goal against them, doesn't he?
Iheanacho.
Okay. Well, I don't think, like I say, that's the one thing I don't think is going to happen. I don't think Vardy's going to start on Sunday.
He'll play on Thursday.
He'll play on Thursday. Right, Jack, appreciate you coming on, and we'll catch you next time. See you in a bit.
Yep.
There you go, guys. Appreciate you coming on and commenting your views. Obviously, there's no wrong views. I obviously think Evans was at fault. I know Jack said Albrighton was there, costing that wing-back's fault as well, but never mind. John Towers says 3-0 Leicester, 80-1. Jack, you know what to do. Oh, no, Ross, you know what to do. Put that on. And then 3-1. Wait, what? I don't think we want that. And great, appreciate you again for another week of chat. And that's where we'll end it. Appreciate you coming on, guys, and we'll catch you all next time. Peace.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.